So when you did this in geometry, right, if you remember the chapter, the first section in the chapter about triangles, right triangles, was using Pythagorean theorem. If you know two sides, you could find a third side. The next section was about the special right triangle. If you know it's a special right triangle, when you know one side, you can find the last two. Right. Then you got to the trigonometry, where the angles are not going to be 30, 60, 90 or 45, 45, 90. They could, but in the end, right, we really need, how do we handle angles which are not those basic unit circle angles? So there's really like three different ways that we have to, or three different kinds of problems that we end up having to solve here. And this one I would consider the first. So this is the example on the top of page 2, although I changed the third one a little bit. The one for X, I changed it a little bit. And we'll do that one last. Okay, so first in this, we need to find this side, Y. So before we start, we have to say, with respect to the angle 58 degrees, which 2 out of 3 sides are we dealing with here? Opposite, adjacent, or hypotenuse? What is this side? Opposite, right? And what is this side? Adjacent. Okay, that's always step 1, right? Second step, which trig function, sine, cosine, or tangent, uses opposite and adjacent? Tangent, right? So we know that the tangent of an angle, and I'll just say A, equals opposite over adjacent. So we can fill in now the tangent of the angle, which is 58 degrees, equals the opposite, which we don't know, that's Y, divided by the adjacent, which is 18. Okay, so we use that to set up an equation which now we can solve for Y. How would I solve that for Y? Okay. What times tan 58? 18, right? Multiply both sides by 18. Because this Y is being divided by 18, multiply by 18, multiply by 18, right? That cancels the 18. So Y equals 18 tan 58. Okay, so you go to your calculator, and you have on there sine, cosine, and tangent, right? They're the main buttons right there. But make sure, before you do this, that you are in degree mode. So you hit the mode, go down to the third line, which it might be set on radians, especially if you just reset the memory, it will be on radians, and then highlight degree and hit enter. Okay. And then you can go back here and do your 18 tan 58. Right, you should be getting 28.8. Is everybody getting 28.8? Okay. So Y equals 28.8. I think that on the example on the page it says round to the nearest whole number, so that would be 29. Then later underneath it says round to the nearest 10. I kind of like doing to the 10.